You hear the screeching of an owl, you hear the wind begin to howl. You know there's zombies on the prowl, and it's terror time again. They've got you running through the night. It's terror time again, and you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time.
Hello, this next episode is very familiar to all of us after a year of quarantine. You're having trouble dealing with boredom due to the pandemic around you? Need a little pick-me-up in the entertainment department after you burn through all the books, magazines, there's no more TV or radio? Well, these mods seek to help solve that problem, at least within Zomboid. Sadly, I can't help you outside of providing more videos for you to watch. Now I want to give another shout out to Kato for her lovely artwork. Be sure to check her out down below, and let's dive into this entertainment episode. Looking for that musical accompaniment? But damn, you forgot your Walkman and CD player. Well, it's time to dust off that old piano that's in the living room. This mod adds a new skill to the game, unsurprisingly called piano. And like the name says, it lets you play the piano. The higher you level, the more songs you unlock, with 3 new pieces unlocked with each level, and with the last level offering a huge pile of 10 for your trouble. Up until level 5, you're able to practice piano exercises, which offer a heightened rate of XP gain because your boredom the rise instead of lowering, while playing songs drops the boredom. The higher the difficulty set the piece is, the more boredom, stress, and unhappiness it will relieve, which makes learning the more complicated pieces a boon for the late game, once you burn through all the easy ways to kill that boredom. The musical pieces range from classical to rock to pop culture tracks such as the Star Wars theme and Queen's crazy little thing called Love. This does mean, however, you do need to take precautions, and if you're live streaming or recording, hope it doesn't trigger a DMCA strike against you, especially for the Star Wars or the Disney's pieces. The House of Mouse does like to fuck people over. Hopefully, because these are piano piece instrumentals, they will fly under the radar though, but I'm not going to 100% say they will or not. Another thing to keep in mind is you can only play so much in a day before you stop gaining XP. And once you hit that point, you need to rest and come back later if you want to keep earning XP. Another thing to keep in mind is the mod doesn't automatically activate the extra skills mod, which is needed for this mod to work properly. So make sure you flick that on before you exit the mod menu. There is bonus animations, but they require you to manually install them. And I don't do manual installation of mods, because honestly I just don't have the time nor energy to download and fuck around with doing that. The default animation works fine enough. Pseudonymous Ed did an excellent job with this mod though. You ever get annoyed at the only use that those games and CD players have is to be dismantled for parts? You wish that Rubik's Cube could actually be played with? Well, if the answer to both of these questions is yes, then let me introduce the Better Cube, video games, and CD player mod by Sunderleaf. With these 3 mods, there comes 3 new ways to reduce your stress, boredom, and relieve that crippling unhappiness before it spirals into depression. First up the bat is the Humble Cube. This cube relieves both stress and unhappiness, allowing you to take your worldly frustrations out on this tiny hunk of plastic and stickers. All you do is use the cube twice to solve it, and then you scramble the cube again to do it all over. Now the video games and CD players both require batteries to operate, but they reduce stress and boredom, which helps to relieve the major causes of stress and depression. While not quite as effective as a cigarette, these are a cheap, effective alternative, especially for characters who don't want to be smokers. Another nice thing about the CD mod is it comes with 3 CDs that adds various classical pieces, which don't infringe copyright and makes it suitable for streaming or videos, unlike another mod that I cannot endorse. You ever find yourself annoyed that you missed out on a skill show and you really want that XP, or you're just tired of having to set your early game start up around camping around a TV for that show and waking up real early into your sleep cycle, well, this mod seeks to fix that problem through the marvelous technology of 1976. You too can catch all your favorite shows at any time, even after the media blackout has occurred. All you have to do to accomplish this feat is scavenge homes, offices, and even the occasional zombie for all the tapes. There's 25 in total, one for each skill show that airs. Now you too can control when and where you gain that XP. I'd use it so I can wait till I have the skill books I need to gain as much XP as I can out of each show. The only thing to keep in mind is that these tapes will not work with the antique television due to the fact it does not have a VCR. So if your base has one, be on the lookout for one of the other more modern TVs and steal that son of a bitch. Thank you TX for your awesome mod that also fits in well with the lore and the setting nicely. This mod, created by Aaron Redfire, seeks to make the instruments you find throughout the world more useful. Rather than using them just as beat sticks a la Summoned Skull, almost every instrument you can find in the game, barring the electric guitar, can be played for relief of boredom and unhappiness. Each instrument gets a variety of instrumental versions of various well-known songs, ranging from classical to Johnny Cash to Nirvana and more. Some instruments definitely have a larger repertoire of songs in their catalogs that can be listened to than others, but hopefully the creator will add more to the other instruments, as well as adding the electric guitars back into the mod. The only other issue I really have with the mod is the fact that songs do not often correlate with how long the play taskbar is. Often the song will play either longer or run shorter than the bar itself, leaving no music while you keep fiddling with it, with a song playing long past having put down the instrument. This is not really a deal breaker, but it's definitely worth mentioning, and as usual, while these are instrumentals, they might still trigger DMCA claims, especially if you play them for long enough. Did you enjoy the Playable Pianos mod? Well, Ed's back with yet another playable mod, this time bringing the 3 arcade games found within the game actually usable. These babies reduce stress, unhappiness, and boredom at a low rate, but are endlessly replayable as long as you have the power to use them. All 3 of the games require electricity, but not quarters luckily. This mod also features custom animations for those that want to install them, but I personally didn't want to deal with the manual installation process. Another nice feature is the fact that each of the machines have custom sound effects for each one that adds to the arcade experience and helps to differentiate each one. One thing you definitely need to keep an eye out for is the fact that zombies can hear the sound effects produced by the games and will be attracted to them like any other noise. So keep that in mind before you decide to go for a gaming session at your local arcade. Overall, this is a nice little mod. Short, sweet, and very useful as long as you can power them. Well, that just about wraps up today's video on entertainment mods. Now, there were a few I chose to not include, such as the immersive CD mod, which I cannot endorse due to the sheer amount of copyright infringement that mod definitely incurs. Not to mention the fact that if you stream or make videos with that, you are definitely getting a DMCA strike on your channel. I'm talking about hundreds of full tracks, ranging from Slayer to Snoop Dogg to Bon Jovi, but overall, I enjoyed the mods I showcased today, and I hope you found some new mods to help enhance your experience, and make your character's boredom die a little easier. Thank you for the support on the videos. This has been Core, and I'll see you next time.